What's up guys, Caesar Media here, getting started on another Cafe Racer build series video. Today I'm gonna be titanium wrapping my exhaust. So this is the titanium wrap I got online, and I'm gonna be wrapping around the exhaust and finishing it off with these metal zip ties. Now, some of you actually asked me what exhaust I had on the Cafe. This is Yoshimura Rep exhaust. I got it on eBay for a couple $100. Of course, you can get the actual Yoshimura exhaust if you wish, but first of all, good luck finding it for the CB550. And if you do find it, it's probably gonna cost you so much money that you might as well just get yourself another bike. So I'm happy with my eBay exhaust. No issues, no leaks. The wells, as you can see, are not horrible. No leaks yet, no issues, but I'm gonna be wrapping it anyway with a titanium wrap, so it doesn't really matter. So you can see that it's two-tone right now. Now the reason why it's two-tone is because, as you might know from my old video, the high temp paint on this exhaust was chipping off. So what I did, and I didn't film this, was just sanded off the whole exhaust. Just grab your sandpaper, grab your electric sander, and remove all the rust, all the paint that's already on the exhaust manifold. Once that's off, you just want to paint it up with your high temp primer, or you can just skip the primer process and go right into painting it with high temp exhaust paint. I use one of these Engine Animals by Dupli Color. So even though you're wrapping the exhaust, you also want to paint it under it because you don't want the bare metal rusting away under the exhaust wrap. Now before I start, I just want to point out that I have never wrapped an exhaust before, so this is new to me as well, but so is my entire CB550 build. So if I mess up, or if you have any suggestion on how to do it correct, please let me know and leave comments in the comment section below, so that other people who are following my build thread know how to do it right. So one thing you notice is that there's this little flange that's floating away, and that's what's holding this exhaust into the bike itself. These won't be wrapped, so you want to make sure that these are painted in the color that you want them to be. So I'm gonna give it a little space with my wrap so that these flanges can actually kind of move around. The first thing you want to do when you're installing this is you want to identify the rough edge on the titanium wrap surface. So I think in my case, this top surface is the clean side, and the left side here is the rough surface. So you want to overlap the rough side. So let's see. So if I'm going to be wrapping this exhaust this way, I want to keep the rough side towards the direction I'm going. So I'm just going to do it like this, and I'm going to just get started by making a few wraps here. Now what you want to do before you start your wrap is kind of bending the corners of your wrap like so. So that the edges don't come apart. So I kind of got an idea of how many laps I'm gonna need and how much length I'll probably need. So I'm just gonna cut it off and take a guess. So that I can actually start wrapping the exhaust. Now you don't want to make this too long like it kind of is here, because you have to feed the entire length of the titanium wrap. And I just realized that I already messed up, because I want to start at top here instead of bottom. I think by starting at the top, I may be able to avoid using the metal zip tie up top. I don't know till I actually do this and figure out how tight the titanium wrap is, but if I can wrap the top without using the metal zip tie, that would just give me a cleaner look. Alright guys, I just finished installing the titanium exhaust wrap on the CB550 exhaust. So far I am very impressed with the outcome. I couldn't be any happier with the racy look that it gives to the bike. One thing I want to point out is that the metal zip ties that I initially got to hold these wraps together, I wasn't satisfied with how these things were performing. Every time I clamped this into the exhaust wrap, it wasn't getting tight enough, so there was a little wiggle room with these zip ties. So what I ended up doing was bought some safety wires, and I essentially just wrapped that around the exhaust wrap like so and twisted the ends, and I think it gives the overall exhaust wrap a cleaner look because you don't have to worry about these thick metal zip ties wrapped around the exhaust. So I started from up top where the header is. I did one coming down, second, third, fourth, and tried to get as far down as possible, but as you can see here, some parts were getting super close to each other. So for number one and number two, I literally had to clamp together both exhaust into one and wrap it together because it was so close together and I couldn't have any spacing in between to run the exhaust wrap. So I essentially just wrap these two together, wrap three together, and then all four together down here. After I wrapped the headers from the top, I started from the back all the way up to the middle and then kept on going and finished around here, and that's why you see two safety wires up here. There's actually a couple safety wires in the middle here, as well as few between 1, 2, and 3 runners, but of course those are covered by the final long piece that I wrapped the exhaust with. So everything looks good. I'm pretty satisfied with the look so far. I'm pretty excited to install this onto the bike, but then of course I still do have to work on the bike, and there's some electrical issues that I had to work on. I'm gonna change up the jets. I gotta work on the gas tank, of course. So once that's all done, I'm gonna be finally putting the exhaust back on the bike. But for now, this is how it looks, and I am pretty happy with the outcome. And before I let you go, actually, I want to say thank you to all my viewers because I've been so busy working on my house. I've been renovating my house pretty much for the past 4 months of my life, and I want to thank everyone for being patient with me and waiting for my bike build series. But as you can see, I tore everything down in here, and I'm gonna do another time-lapse video to show you the work I've been done to the house, if you care, that is. But this is the reason why I've been slacking on my build videos. But I got the CB, I got the Evo, Tacoma's outside, and there'll be more videos to come once I'm done with the house. So thanks again guys, and thanks for being patient. I will see you in my next video. Peace.